Carol, and looks like we have Lalicia Brown. We have Savage Beauty. Hey, I like that name. Stacy, she says, I love it, Coach Dan. Yes. Let our kids shop till they drop, especially the girls.
Absolutely.
You can take us shopping next time, Dan. We'll take it.
Yep, let's get through this record month of November.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Then we can all go shopping, right? So Letitia and Natoya, welcome everyone. Looks like the line is filling up, so we want to welcome everyone to the line. And so Dan, I'm assuming you're probably kicking us off, and then Phyllis is going to join?
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful.
Phyllis and I was talking, and one of the things that we wanted to make certain, because we're just a few days away before we come to the culmination of our pre-orders for our Founders Pack. So we wanted to make certain she is completing a call right now for the Founders Pack, and we wanted to make certain that there were no questions. And if there were questions regarding some of the logistics of how this is rolling out as we give our last few push, we wanted to make certain we filled some of those questions.
Okay, so here's what we'll do then, guys, because I know some of you are tuning in because we will have a compensation plan training. That's a part of the agenda tonight. We posted on Facebook. But it looks like we're going to have a great time for some Q&A. So think of any questions that you might have. Go ahead and put them in there. Maybe they're related to the comp plan. Phyllis will be joining shortly. Otherwise, we'll jump into the comp plan training in 10 minutes at the quarter till so we can get a little bit of that in. But that's great, Dan. Let's kick it off with some questions to see if there's any questions out there before we get started. And if there's no questions, Dan, just be prepared to give them a little bit of training, okay? So let's see if there's
I am ready. We could talk about a little bit of that comp plan as well.
Oh, good. Great. Hey, they said, good evening, kings and queens. Yes, the kings and queens of Wakanna are in the house. I see this line is pulling up. I see we got Erica Patmore and Fran. Hey, welcome, Fran and Harold. So exciting. Look at Will is on the line. Hey, Will. Welcome, Rosetta and Minister Mooney. It looks like he is on the panelist with us, so I know he can help you with some great information regarding the comp plan. We have a very powerful comp plan, but it's very important that everyone understands how to get qualified, especially that we are going Sapphire this month. We're going Ruby, we're going Emerald, and a lot of times we just don't know the rules. And so it's important that each and every one of you know the rules so that we can max out that comp plan and you can go and make your dreams come true. So Dan, if you want to just feed them some nuggets, and I'm going to keep that chat line going so that we can find out who's in that chat, okay?
All right, not a problem. As boss lady, and thank you so much, we always I have to salute our big boss lady, Melissa Boston, for doing such a wonderful job, and she does it with great temperament and great poise. You're getting corrected, and you don't even know you're getting corrected. And it works, and I absolutely love it. Let's talk a little bit about the comp plan. As she stated, we got a lot of people that we're believing is going to Sapphire. And on the road to Sapphire, on the road to Diamond, you can't get to Diamond unless you come through Sapphire, right? And so there are some requirements. Many of you know to get to Sapphire, you must have 10,000 CVs, right? So in order to do that, there's a certain way it has to happen. So I'll give you an example. Let's look at you as the sponsor. And you may have sponsored 10 people. And each one of those persons represent a leg. So if you look at you at the top and you have 10 people and each one of them represent a leg, we know and understand in order to get to Sapphire, we have to have a total of 10,000. However, what some of us may miss, and as I was talking to Phyllis, what we want to begin to explain is that out of those 10 legs, at least 2 legs, there's what we call the 50% rule. So that means no leg can have more than 50% of that $10,000. Now, that 10,000. Now, here's the deal. You can have, that doesn't mean you're limited to 2 legs and one leg has 5,000 and the other leg must have 5,000. You may have 3 legs, but neither leg can represent more than the 50%, which in this case have another leg that's 2. So now you're at 5. And then you got another leg that's at 5,000. You're reaching now your 50% rule because one leg cannot represent more than 50%. Now, let me give you an example of what that looks like. Let's say I was a fortunate individual to be able to sponsor Melissa Boston. That's right. Ted Johnson sponsors Melissa Boston. Melissa Boston catches fire. Now, I may have 7 legs, but Melissa Boston does 7,000. She gives 7,000 is coming from her leg by itself. Here's the challenge. We can only max Melissa Boston out at the 5,000 if we're talking about the Sapphire. We could only max her out at the 5,000. The other 5,000 must come from other legs. You still get credit for the 2,000, the other 2,000 from her. However, the other 5,000 must come from the other legs because we cannot have more than one leg that's covering more than 50% of that. Now, let's fast forward a little bit over to the diamond. So we're at the diamond, right? The diamond has the 1/3 rule. So the 1/3 rule means you must have 3 legs. And neither one of those legs can have more than 33% of what is needed to get to diamond. So what does that look like? What that simply means is this. Out of the 100,000 total, you must have 100,000 total to get to diamond. The 1/3 rule says you have to have 3 legs, at least 3 legs, and neither one of those legs can exceed more than 33%. So let's say, well, one leg is at 25, represents 25,000. Another leg could represent a 5,000. Another leg could represent, let's say, 30,000, and another leg could represent the balance. As long as one leg does not represent more than that 33 or that third, then you're okay. And that's what we have to watch when we are building. We want to make certain that when the customers are coming in and we're building, that we understand that maxing out the comp plan through our promotion is assuring that we understand those rules, like the 50% rule. If you're going to Sapphire, at minimum 2 legs, neither one of those legs can have more than 50%. Or the 33, the 1/3 rule, when you're going to Diamond, you must have 3 legs at minimum. Now, you can have more, but 3 legs at minimum, and neither one of those legs can go beyond the 33%. Now, what Phyllis and I will do next week, we're going to actually draw this out for you and show you how it looks, but in making certain that we at least touch on it per Boss Lady, I wanted to kind of share that because that is something that we're having more and more conversation about for individuals understanding how the legs work in the comp plan. I see Miss Phyllis. Hey, Miss Phyllis. You're muted.
How are you? Awesome.
Is there something you want to add to that?
Huh?
Is there something you want to add? I'm good. I am good.
Oh yeah, I have a few things to add. It wouldn't be me if I didn't. But I'm gonna share something that I learned today and that we used on Workout Wednesday, and everybody had some phenomenal results. So I want you guys to share along and do this because everybody has some new people to talk to this evening. And what are they going to be talking about? Our Founders Pack. What else will we be talking about? But we did a training, and so I want to tell you, I want to see this because a whole lot of people did it, and everybody else is doing it, Willie. So what you want to do is you want to take a selfie, and you want to put 3 fingers up when you take your selfie. My selfie was crazy. Everybody else had the best selfies, but hey, I'm going to do it. 3 fingers up, and what you're going to ask, what your post is going to say, guys, write this down. You're going to say, what 3 things do you think of when you think
want you to write that down. And I'll repeat it. And if somebody this fast typing, Kathy, if you're there, would you put that in the chat? Because you don't want me to type it. I'll be all day. What 3 things do you think of when you think of me? And have your 3 fingers up, take your selfie, and put that out there. Okay? Thanks, Doc, Minister Mooney. And guys, what are the responses you're going to get? People are going to be responding. But what does that open up for you? That opens some new people on your Facebook page that you're probably friends with that you have not had any contact, haven't talked to. Gives you a reason to talk to them. Gives you a reason to go to their DM, direct messenger. You don't want to say this on the page. You want to just say, hey, Melissa, girl, it's been a while since we've been able to catch up. I hope you and your family are doing well during this pandemic. But Melissa, I'm involved with a cannabis company. I am so excited about what we're doing. Now, I don't know if this is for you, Melissa, but I have 3 short videos I would love to share with you. Are you open? Now, I asked her if she was open. It's really the same, your same script. And so she says yay or nay. I sent her the 3 videos, and I asked her, listen, they're only 15 minutes. Can I give you a call back in 20? She might say, girl, I'm driving. And I'm like, fine. Can I call you this evening, or is tomorrow better? I get that time. I make sure I call her back. But that little exercise gets you people that you normally haven't been talking to in a while. They don't know about Wakanna's founder pack opportunity. And you absolutely owe everybody that you know to tell them about that package. And so that's one way of getting people to respond. And they'll, that it's fun. They respond, and now you have a reason to touch bases with them. So use that tool. Another thing, because everybody should be having their blinders on right now. I mean, because if you don't, by the end of this month, you are going to be crying. I just want you to know you're going to be so upset because of what you can do in your business these next almost, we got about 17 more days to go or more. But these are some things that you want to make sure. I'm going to go through them fast. I'll probably go over them again on Friday on our Diamond Factory. But you want to make sure that while we're doing this, your energy is there. That you have decided already, I'm going to win. I'm going to be a ruby. I'm going to be a sapphire. I'm going to be a diamond. You have to decide that already. You also have to know the cost of not recruiting. See, right now, our Workout Wednesday, we have the best time because you got support right there. You got somebody to do a 3-way with you. You got somebody, but you guys can do that together right now, moving towards where you want to, how you want to close this month off in this Founders Pack. You want to do that with each other. It might be 1 or 2 of you, but you can support each other. And then not doing proper phone. If you go through your phone, Michelle Stewart did this exercise with 3 fingers. She said a doctor commented on her site, and now she's so excited. Well, that doctor was in her telephone. She could have called her. When you say you don't know people and don't have anybody to talk to, go to your phone because it's full of prospects. Put all the names. I put my names on the Excel sheet so I can write notes behind what they said, how their family is doing. So when I call back, I am just not talking to them about joining my business, but I care about them because I've taken time to know. And those people that respond to that the 3 questions, make sure before you DM them, you go to their Facebook page and learn something about them. So it's not just like, you'll know how to approach them, And number 4 is not blocking out time to recruit. See, you might say you want to be diamond. You might say you need to be ruby. But if you don't block out a certain time that you're going to absolutely go and do that, it's not going to happen. I ask for permission for my family members. Me and Lou are living here, right? But because I'm doing this all day long and he's hearing me yap, 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 I got to be considerate enough to say, hey, babe, we getting ready to run hard, real hard. I need you to kind of hang out and be accepting of that, because after these 30 days, I'm not probably going to run as hard. So you ask for permission, because if you don't take the time out of your calendar and do this, it won't get done. You won't be celebrating at the end of this month your new rank. And so, where else am I? I took all these notes. What am I doing? So, and you have to say, and don't say too much. Guys, I hear you all the time, and that's another thing that Workout Wednesday is good for. Sometimes you just talk too much. I talk. But when I'm talking to a prospect, I listen, because they tell me everything I need to close them. They tell me they hate their job. They tell me they working hard and they just don't know how they're going to get past that. If you listen, they don't have time to spend with their family. Their knees hurt. They have pain in their body. They tell you everything you need to then give them a solution, because they need a solution. You got it, but you can't just babble all over. You have to listen to them, form them, ask about their family. How's your job doing? How's it doing in this pandemic? Have you got laid off? And if it's not for them, who do you know? Who do you know that would really like to change some things in their lives? Ask those questions. You'll be surprised at the referrals you get. And you got to set people up for the videos. Don't just text somebody some videos and think they're going to look at it. People are texting them stuff all the time. You want to let them know, hey, this is an exciting industry. I don't know if it's for you, but I'm sending you these three videos. Ask their permission to do it, because if they say they're not interested, don't just go sending it. And follow up. You got to follow up. Just sending the videos is not enough. People send me stuff all the time. I'm probably not going to look at it. But if you had a little conversation via messenger, via text or something, I might, if I don't look at it right then, I will come back and look at it. But, they're used to people pouring things on them. So you have to ask for permission and then set it up. And let them know, I've been looking at something for a while. It's working for me. I can see some things. And you got to buy into this thing, guys. This is not an overnight success. Ask Melissa. She is truly successful, but it's taken time, and she gets better and better, as we all do. And then when you're talking about it, a lot of times you got to tell people your story. Not that, hey, I'm making all this money, but hey, I got open to this because I knew that what I was doing every day, if I kept on doing exactly what I was going to be doing now, what was going to be different about my life in 3 to 5 years? I still wouldn't be making my money would still be running out at the end of the month. I still would have no time for my family. Just ask those questions, because now they got to start thinking, you're right. I'm not happy now, but what am I willing to do about it? And so you can relate. If that's your story, you can say, hey, I was feeling the same way, but now I'm building a business slow and steady. I can see what this is going to look like next year this time. I can see what it's going to look like 3 to 5 years from now, because this is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's a journey we're on. And then and let them know you all in. Nobody that talks to me does not have to wonder if I'm all in. They know I am absolutely all in, and not giving out. Don't know whether it's fit for you or not. I told you, they love when you say, I don't know if this is for you or not. That means they can say no if they want to. When you give them that out, they don't feel like they got to go into witness protection if they look at the videos and they say it ain't for me, because you have an opportunity then to say, well, do you know anybody? So let them know you already don't expect them to automatically say yeah. Just look at the video, okay? And don't expect everybody to sign up. We call people day in and day out. Get used to no's, because as soon as you go through, hey, it can be a science for you. I had a very good, successful friend that broke all kind of sales records. And he just said, hey, I figured this thing out. Out of every no I get 8 no's, yes is coming. So if you already know that after 8 people that you talk to, that 9th one was going to be a yes, what would you do? Hurry up and get through those no's. Okay, so that is something that you can use, and don't feel bad. We all get no's. But if you're not getting no's, you ain't asking people. That's for sure. And then one size does not fit all. You know, there's a thing that we've taken this course, Melissa and I did it. You know, there's all kind of personalities out there. So if I'm talking to somebody that's a yellow, somebody that loves people, loves helping people, they don't want to know about how much money they can make. They want to know how many people they can help. How many people they can help. So that's why I say kind of look at the profiles of people before you just go talking to them, so you can know how to approach them. Everybody isn't like me. I like to make money, don't have no problem telling you. But when I'm talking to somebody that loves, and I like helping people too, don't get me wrong. But my point is, if I'm talking to somebody that's their heart, they got a heart that is just charitable, they're not really caring about how much money they make, they want to know how they can help other people. I got to tone myself down a little bit. So kind of know who you're talking to and act accordingly. I don't have to change who I am, but I do have to be a little calmer, okay? And then there are people that just want to know the facts. They don't care about all the hoopla and how excited I am. Nah, girl, tell me the facts. Well, guess what? I will put them on a call like tonight's Why Wakanna, because they get all the facts that they need to make a sound decision or to ask other questions. So kind of know who you're talking to when you're trying to close them out. And must track your no's. Again, I told you that already. Start tracking your no's. Find out how many no's you go through before you get a yes, because it is a numbers game. And if you're telling yourself anything other than that, you're going to miss out. You're going to be disappointed. Don't take it personal. It's a numbers game. So I hope that helps somebody. It's 5 minutes. I'm finished. So I'm going to give it back to who? You, Melissa?
Hey, Phyllis. Well, that was awesome. I know earlier Dan went through some of our comp plan, because I know we had posted on Facebook about comp plan training. So I think together you guys were really dynamite, because you were able to give some mindset and some things and skills that we can learn. I know there are some people on the line, though, that probably want to know really how do they rank and go to that next level. And so, Phyllis, there's a report that I don't know that we've talked about a lot, but I wanted to make sure, especially for those of you who are at that 10,000 or higher mark, you need to know what your legs are, right? Where they're at, and where's your volume coming from. And so my question is, does anyone, and we'll see if you guys know this, because I'm going to let you put it in the chat, where do you go to find out where your legs are all growing? Does anybody know? Where do you go, Willie? Somebody's got to know, right? Not the data viewer. Data viewer is great, but not the data viewer. There's another place you can go to. Where do you go, guys?
Well, I'm glad you're going to teach this class, girl.
I was helping somebody earlier, and I was like, it dawned on me that there's a very simple report that I don't think a lot of you guys are accessing. So it keeps you on the phone with customer service, and everybody's always trying to figure out by calling customer service, and that drains a lot of the phone time, because we want to be there for your customer. And so I'm going to show you something real quick. It's really easy, guys, and this is something you want to pay attention to real quick. So if you go to your own back office right now, okay, go to your own back office. And when we go to my team, we're constantly looking at what? The data viewer.
Right.
Right under data viewer, there's something called unilevel leg volume. Now with this, your own personal volume, that means if you have customers and you have products that you've purchased, it's not going to show up here. So that means you got to still go to data viewer to see what you've done. But what's great about this is you're not trying to figure out what legs are actually contributing towards your number, because it's going to break out every person you personally sponsored and their volume. And so instead of you clicking on this report and just looking at it, you have to click on it, but then you have to click on unilevel. Because if you click on weekly, you're not going to get all the data. And I think that's the challenge a lot of times. You guys are back in your back office, but you just don't know that little extra So go from weekly to unilevel. And once you do that, you put your period in. And look what happens, guys. You can exclude all the distributors with zero volume. So if you recruited 500 people, you can only pay attention to those who actually have volume. And what's great about this is going to let you know, hey, Beverly Blair did 89,000 last month. It's going to let you know that Cheryl did this amount of volume. So you can now look and see who's contributing to your sapphire, who's contributing to your ruby, who's contributing to your emerald, and you can pretty much now master your own rank just from your back office. And so that's a report I wanted to make sure that you guys are paying attention to, because it's very critical. A lot of times when we're trying to see if somebody rank advanced, we're utilizing that a lot. And so that one last time, I'm going to give it to you guys. You go to my team, and you're going to go to unilevel leg volume, and you can see every single person you recruited and exactly what their team did for the month. And as long as you follow Phyllis's compensation plan training, which talks about if you're going pearl, you can count what? 75% from one team. So if you had one team back here that did 1,500, and if you did 500, guess what? You're a pearl. If you're going J, you can count 60% from one team, which means you can have 3,000 points from one person as long as your group or another group did 2,000 or more. And so those are just some simple things that I wanted to make sure we got out there, because we did indicate they're going to master that comp plan tonight. But with that said, Phyllis, I think that training was awesome. I hope everyone duplicates putting those 3 fingers up on Facebook. I'm going to do that myself. I'm going to take the challenge. In fact, if you're going to take the challenge, go ahead and hit us up in the chat right now. Let us know that you're going to do it. And we're going to create a tsunami this month. We're going to all rank advance and go to the next level. So great job, team. Hopefully you've learned something tonight. And with that said, Kathy, I think you're up next, and then we can get the show started.
Thank you.
All righty then. All right. So, Melissa, I am really having trouble with my presentations the last couple days. So do you mind pulling that presentation up? I know that you're up first, and I'll introduce you. You're muted, sweetie.
Yeah, I have it here, so I can navigate it for you too, dear.
Fantastic. That'll be great. Well, welcome, folks. This is our Wakanna. Trying to get my camera on. Hello, folks. See if you can see me. Oh, that's not good. There we go. That might be better. Yeah. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is our Why Wakanna event. If you are a business-minded person, if you are looking for a way to get into a billion-dollar industry and a ground floor opportunity, thank the person that invited you today, because we are here to tell you about the crown jewel of CBD, Wakanna. So this is our great focus group.
You can turn it over to me, Kathy.
Yes, I'm getting ready to. I was trying to get I need some water. Excuse me, one second.
I'm trying to turn this screen.
Sorry about that. The person that I want to bring up that's going to tell you all about Wakanna is the visionary of our company. Her name is Melissa Boston. She's out of Chicago. She is a person that I've known now since 2006, and she's been a mentor and a friend of mine. She's actually now a family member. We love her so much, but she's been able to grow teams in over 46 countries, taking her business savvy from over 27 years. She's an author, a mom, a glam mom, a wife, and a mentor to thousands. Melissa, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Oh my goodness, you are so amazing. Love you so much. And you're right, we are like family, seriously. I know you come here and visit me, I go visit you guys, and just such an amazing relationship this industry allows. What I want to say real quick for the guests that are out there, just to kind of let you know a little bit about myself. I wasn't the person anyone would ever said would go on to be the CEO of a cannabis company. I was literally the vice president for Students Against Drinking and Driving. I was the DARE captain. But you know what? I was approached about 3 years ago to become the CEO of another cannabis CBD company, and I almost said no, okay? Because a lot of times in life, we're misinformed, we're miseducated. All I knew was the negative negative things that I had heard about the marijuana plant, I never realized the health benefits that cannabis offers. I'm so excited tonight because on Why Wakanna, not only do we share about the business side of this business, not only do we talk about the products, but you're going to hear real results from real people. And what sold me on joining this industry was the testimonials. In fact, prior to jumping on board the cannabis space, I was actually representing a multi-billion-dollar company. They had spent tens of millions of dollars for research and development, creating the best products in the world. But when I heard the testimonials around cannabis and CBD, it actually blew those testimonials away. And I knew that I had to be a part of this industry. And if you do your own research, you're going to realize that right now, cannabis is mainstream. Everywhere you turn, we're seeing it on the news shelves and the newsstands. In fact, this is an actual picture of Dr. Rita McGuire's office, where she has all these magazines about cannabis. Think about 10 years ago, we wouldn't have went to our doctor's office and seen magazines like The Women in Weed, but we now know that everyone's talking about it. In fact, cannabis is all the buzz. If you look at the former Speaker of the House, John Boehner, do you know he was once against cannabis, but then he joined a company to push for its use. In fact, that company went on to sell for over $3 billion. If you look at CVS and Walgreens, even Rolling Stone magazine talks about that CBD is the unexpected star of legalized pot. But look at what's happening with women and cannabis. In fact, when surveyed across North America, they asked 1,500 women, they said, what is it that excites you about the cannabis plant? 60% said skincare, 32% said jobs, because we know that this industry is creating millions of jobs. Do you know that right here in the state of Illinois, they're predicting the cannabis industry, which just went recreational this year, is going to do over $1 billion. People are utilizing it for better sex, for dining. So it's time for us to learn, but also unlearn. Because let's look at what's happening with the cannabis sales. They're absolutely exploding. In fact, back in 2017, when I first joined this industry, do you know that the CBD side wasn't even $1 billion? And I knew that smell, right time, right place, right? Because when you think about it, when you're able to put yourself at the right place at the right time, it's about a market that's shifting. If I go back and track my success over the past few decades, it's because I've been able to find a market shift and get there before the masses. And how ground floor is it when it hadn't even hit $1 billion? But now we see that it's over $5 billion going to $22 billion. Who wants a piece of that? In fact, CBD and medical marijuana is a path to creating our health, our wealth, our legacy, our freedom. In fact, our vision is we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. In fact, our mission statement is we are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. In fact, we're not just a company, but we are a movement. We launched on April 20th, 2019, and we were brought into existence through the synergistic efforts and shared foundational values of 4 African-American women who believe that health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are gifts that belong to all people. But it's also important that you partner with the right people. And we are the team here that assembled Wakanna. In fact, we are the co-founders. I'm the CEO, but then we have our CFO, and that is none other than the phenomenal Dr. Patricia Van Pelt. She's a state senator here in Illinois. In fact, she's a serial entrepreneur. And then we have the phenomenal Phyllis Nash. She's our CSO, Chief Sales Officer, the very first diamond here at Wakanna. She's our midwife, helping to give birth to unlimited possibilities for everyone. And then, of course, we have our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Rita McGuire. Do you know when they went to legalize cannabis here in Illinois on the recreational side, they called one physician in to testify in front of the Judicial Committee, and that physician was our very own Dr. Rita McGuire, who's been an OB-GYN for the last 30 years, delivering 8,000 babies. But do you know, since 2017, she's become an expert in the cannabis space. So we call that the Dream Team, a team with a proven track record. If you go back and look at the history of when we started back in 2017 up to now, we've had combined sales in this space in the millions, but across traditional industries, over $100 million of combined sales. How many of you can see that we have the right people? And here to talk about the products, it is our phenomenal VP of Finance, but she is so qualified to discuss products because she's also a microbiologist. This is a woman who absolutely knows 100% of the facts. She loves helping and empowering people. We just love her so much. Without any further ado, the phenomenal Kathy Weathersby.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. I tell you, we have been sharing this message so much. My mouth gets dry. I get excited. I don't know where I'm at, but I just appreciate you so much, Melissa. See, we get excited because we have products that are helping people. And the reason why the product, the component of the hemp plant, CBD, helps so many people for so many different reasons is because we have a whole system in our bodies, y'all. It is called the endocannabinoid system, the ECS. It helps to regulate how you think, how you feel, how you react. It's one of the most vital regulatory systems in the body. And when we when we interact our bodies with cannabinoids, when we consume them, then they react with those receptors and help bring us back into balance. So here's where the receptors are. They're all over in your brain, your heart, your teeth, your stomach, your skin, your bowels, your kidneys, your liver, your lungs, your eyes. I mean, really, can't you see how that's just everywhere, head to toe, inside out? We have products that you can trust. We provide some of the most rich medicinal hemp that's fully compliant with State Department of Agriculture regulations. We are industrial hemp registered and Farm Bill compliant with the 2018 Farm Bill. Here's a disclaimer I want you to lay your eyes on. Our products are not for use or sale by people under the age of 18, and our vaping products are not available for those under the age of 21. Then this is a workplace disclaimer. See, there's two types of CBD that we provide. The full spectrum is going to give you that 0.3% of THC, which is the legal limit. It won't make you high, but for those that are subject to random drug screens, we want you to look at our pure line or our broad spectrum line. So what you'll see on the left side is that power line. This is the line that has that 0.3% of THC in there, and it's full spectrum. It comes in the vapes, the water soluble, the tincture, the culinary. Then you've got our pure line that has the THC removed. It also comes in the tincture and the water soluble, our gummies. And speaking of our gummies, we know that edibles are hot. It's absolutely our best seller. Can hardly keep it on the shelves, but we know that gummies are an efficient and tasty way to get CBD inside your body. We also have proprietary products. You see, we created Hempranium, which is a CBD with a blended boost like black seed oil. Now, black seed oil is known for so many different things, but it's recommended for digestion and kidneys and liver, blood sugar, cholesterol, skin damage, and hair loss. It's an antibacterial and antifungal, and it may help to repair beta cells in your liver, the pancreas. Then you've got MCT coconut oil. It really just helps absorption into the cells. Then there's turmeric. Well, a lot of people take turmeric separately. It's in Hempranium. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's known for heart-healthy benefits, and it helps to promote your emotional well-being and your memory. Then there's hemp seed oil. Everybody knows we got to have good fats. This is an excellent source, and it's right here in this product. Hemp MD is more of a pharmaceutical grade level product. It's going to give you a large dosage of those milligrams. Our current batch has 860 milligrams of CBD in that bottle, but every dropper full is going to give you a full 50 milligrams of that CBD. And so here's our edibles. We've got them both in the full spectrum and the broad spectrum, in the big pack and the big little pack and the big bottle. And they're delicious. We have our topicals. Now, this is fine for anybody that has to worry about drug screens, because you don't have to worry about it getting into your bloodstream like that. But you've got liquid and cream relief that is absolutely fantastic for getting rid of pain quickly. Culinary. Look, if you like to eat, you can eat healthy by having infused things that you can add into your food, like our spices and our water soluble and our culinary oil that allows you to cook with CBD. Then you've got our smokable hemp. Remember, if you're 21 or over, you can do this. But then you've got your pre-rolls, which are joints. You have our hypnotic oil, as well as our raspberry jane. Those are our cartridges, vape cartridges. Then we've created a lot of essential oils to help boost your overall health, help to boost your immune system. And especially right now, we need these products so you can diffuse them. You can use them as aromatherapy. And like with the black seed oil, you can use that as a tincture. The best thing, folks, is that our products work. They absolutely work. We have real results from real people. You can look at those on our websites. We're doctor recommended. And so with all of that, can't you just see how we absolutely have the right products? Well, you know, as you look at a company that is in the right industry, that has the right people, and that has the right products, you also want to make sure that there's a process that gets you to success. And so to tell you about Wakanna's process, let me bring back on Melissa Boston. You're muted.
Flag came up and said, you're muted out. I was saying that was amazing and awesome. Thank you so much. And when you think about process, you think about systems, and think about companies like McDonald's. Do you know that the average McDonald's is ran by 17-year-olds, but yet they say billion served? How do they do it? Because they have systems in place. In fact, the owners of those franchises have to go to Hamburger University. And so here with Wakanna, we have something known as Wakanna University. In fact, this is your source for cannabis education and wealth creation. In order to ascertain wealth, there must be a certain level of education. The human mind, once stretched by a new idea, never regains its original dimensions. With Wakanna University, we take a three-pronged approach: business development, personal growth, and wealth creation. What you're going to learn inside of Wakanna University includes the ECS system, CBD, THC, and all those other cannabinoids. In fact, right now you're hearing about CBG lately and CBN. We cover all of that in Wakanna University. Learn how to dispense, learn about edibles, and so much more inside of Wakanna University. In fact, this is the process that helps you reap all the benefits of cannabis in this generation. But now you can see that we absolutely have the right process. And so with that being said, it's also important that we think about future generations. With Wakanna Legacy, it's really designed to help us empower our future generations. We take 1% of all of our profits and we utilize that to help empower our community, to help feed kids. In fact, just a few weeks ago, we fed over 10,000 meals, and we're super excited about what we're going to do over this holiday season. And now what I want to do, I want to reach out to some of our distributors who are doing some big things here inside of Wakanna. Let me see real quick if they're already on our panel side. I'm going to take a little scan to see who is out there. In fact, some of them might be on our attendee side, so I'm going to take a quick little scan because I don't see all of you over here. But Terry Anderson, let me move you over. I see you right there. It says Miss Hemp Lady. We're going to move you over as panelists. And then also, too, I know we're looking for Karen Carruthers, I believe. So, Karen, I'm going to look for you. And while we're going to look for the rest of our team today who's going to present, I have now added. So Terry, I'm going to bring you up first. You're doing such an amazing job. You're one of our Emerald leaders, and I'm telling you what, you're building just a dynamic team. So why don't you share tonight why Wakanna, Terry?
Sure. Thank you, Melissa. I'm so excited to be here. Why Wakanna? Well, Phyllis also asked me to talk about the knowledge of the industry, my knowledge of the industry, and how I consistently bring people in. So I want to kind of combine all that together. But my background is in advertising sales. So, I've always been in sales, but to be honest with you, I never really felt as a salesperson because I didn't like when people say, well, I can't do sales. I understand what they mean by that because I don't like pushy salespeople either. I like delivering information and relating to people. So, that's the industry. I was introduced to the industry a while ago, and I really, how can I say this? I learned a lot. I was never really committed with some of the things until I got into the cannabis industry. And the reason why that I got excited in the cannabis industry is because I had a health condition and I used the product. I was open enough to use the product, and it worked. And that got me excited. That got my attention. And then I found out that you can make money with it. And I thought to myself, really? And I was open. I was coachable. I was ready to learn. And I did everything that was taught to me. The Sales Academy today, I'm teaching in Sales Academy, but I'm telling you that Sales Academy, if you read that Sales Academy, study it, embrace it, you will understand how to run this business because you definitely need to know your why. You got to build a list of people, and you have to work on yourself. And I want to say that I really do love personal development. I was on that call today that Phyllis and a lot of other people in the business was on. It was called Go Pro Recruiting Challenge, and I thought it was timely to get your challenge going to do well in this business. And I loved everything. I did my 3 already, and I got a lot of hits. I got about 15 people that I need to call right after this call today. So with that, I'm so excited about Wakanna, and everybody, if I can do it, so can you.
Wonderful, Terry. Thank you so much. Just appreciate that. And your growth is just amazing. I see you as going diamond this month. So thank you for sharing those golden nuggets. Let's go and bring up Letitia Harper. Letitia, girl, we are so proud of you. We've just seen her grow and emerge. I know you have your special screen on. You keep disappearing on us. But I see your beautiful face. So go ahead and take it away, dear.
Hi. Sorry, I was trying to go in my daughter's room, missing light. So thanks for having me. So I started using CBD and maybe a few years ago, about 2013. And I started because I was diagnosed with lupus, and even though I didn't know I had lupus for a while, I had body pain for a long time. I wasn't sure why or what was going on. And so in that process, I was taking a lot of 800 milligram ibuprofen. And my digestive system was already bad, so that wasn't doing anything helpful for me. It would alleviate the pain, but I had to take a lot of it. So, I'm sorry, not right now. Open this. So, I was taking a lot of ibuprofen. Wasn't good for my digestive system, and I discovered CBD, and it eliminated so much. Like, I also get bad migraines, so I have rheumatoid arthritis. I actually have something going on with my shoulder now, and I didn't realize how bad it was. I had been rubbing my cream on it, and I'm like, okay, this helps, and I thought I was just, loosening up my back, and I found out I dislocated my shoulder, and so with that being said, the pain level has been so low because I've been constantly taking 500 milligram hemprenium, rubbing the topical and the gummy. I just do that daily. So I fell in love with CBD, and then knowing the way how well it worked for me, I was since COVID, looking for a job that can work from home so I wouldn't be exposed because I have lupus. And my good friend called me, told me all about the company. And I thought it was amazing, the successful women, the way the industry just has not been set up for us, the positive energy of it all. It just was encouraging, and it flowed right into everything that I was trying to do. I know, like, it's work you put in, but it's work you're putting in for yourself. So I thought it was worth it.
Wow. And I tell you what, you have really found your way here with Wakanna. I see you just leading from the front. In fact, she's hosting and leading our millennial calls. We're just so proud of your growth. We just see you as a diamond, Letitia. So great job, Letitia. That was awesome. And for those of you who didn't give it up for Terry, give it up for Terry also. Great job, Terry.
Go Terry. Thanks, guys.
Yes. And so we have another one of our powerhouse presenters who's going to speak on why Wakanna. She's also going to share a tip on working her list of big fish. And so without any further ado, Karen, I'm going to go ahead and highlight you. If you can go ahead and unmute your microphone for me, okay? Let me find you. There she is. So just unmute your microphone, Karen.
Hello. Hi. Thank you. How is everybody this evening? So I'm Karen Bryce, and this is just such an amazing opportunity. And I came into Wakanna this past summer I was actually teaching a food safety class, and one of the ladies mentioned, one of the students that I had mentioned the CBD. And like Melissa had mentioned earlier, all I thought of was the negative stigma behind it, like, oh my goodness, you sell CBD. But once I looked at it and got the research, I'm a nutritionist, and so I'm all about health and healthy eating, and what goes in your body is important. And so when I found out all the benefits, I just was more and more interested, and just wanted to get a dispensary. And so I recently started just telling my friends all about Wakanna and the products. And so from there, I have friends who have older children. And so I was also encouraging them to get their older children in Wakanna as well. And then I just got married in September. And so at the wedding, I strategically kind of put people at certain tables in certain places, actually for networking, while they were chatting and sitting and eating at the wedding. And it really worked out because I was able to get a really good friend of mine who I work with, he and his wife, through a nonprofit organization. And he's also a reverend. He has a big following. He has a radio station, WVON, and he has churches in Africa, churches all throughout Chicago, in the suburbs. And so he was experiencing extreme knee pain. And so Ann Hawkins and Minister Willie Mooney were at the wedding. And so Ann ran to the car and got some CBD cream. And it just, all of us worked together on that project and pulled Reverend Johnson in. And it's just been a blessing. And so my why for joining Wakanna basically is just all about the nutrition and the health benefits. And I can't help but to spread the word and talk to people about it, like people like Reverend Johnson. So with his knee pain, he was considering knee surgery. And so now with using the creams and the gummies, he is saying that his knee is doing better. I also have a dance instructor with extreme back pain. Her older daughter just joined Wakanna with us under her mom until she's 21, but she's 20 at the time, and she's taking a lot of CBD products. Her daughter was on the millennial call with Miss Leticia, and she spoke about her mother's pain, and she also takes the gummies for anxiety. So I just see the health benefits of how CBD without the THC and without the getting high is just amazing, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. And so I just got promoted, I guess, to Pearl. So it's really exciting. It's helping me to motivate and move forward and move on.
Wow. Congratulations. I noticed I looked your number up and I said, wow, she just joined and you're already at Pearl. That's a big deal. Okay. So wonderful job.
Yay. I just have to tell everybody about it.
Yes. Well, good job doing what you're doing. I tell you what, give it up, everyone, for Karen Carruthers. That was amazing. And welcome to the family. We're so excited you're sharing it with everyone you know.
I know.
Without any further ado, yes, thank you. Without any further ado, we're going to bring up our phenomenal Phyllis Nash, who's going to go through our compensation plan and tell you all about the profits. She is our Chief Sales Officer, our very first diamond. She is the midwife here at Wakanna, helping to give birth to all of our possibilities. So without any further ado, Phyllis, please take it away.
Awesome. Well, I am excited. Oh, am I muted?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm excited to once again be in front of you. And normally, guests on the line, there are three types of people listening to this. First person would be a customer. You heard all those great testimonies about people having great benefits from using our products. Then I would suggest that you would be that person that went to the person who invited you to their website and order some of our phenomenal products. And then number two would be someone that had questions. How do you do this? Get your questions answered, because we definitely want you to be on board with us. But that third person would be that person that says, you know what? I finally found a way to get involved in the cannabis industry, and I want to hear more. So I want you guys to give me about 8 minutes, and we're going to get through this. Okay? And so again, that person number one would go to our beautiful website, order the products they needed. Our company will pack those products up for you and ship them out. Person number three, again, set up a three-way with the person that invited you and their business partner. Get all your questions answered. But person number three is going to learn how we have 7 ways to earn income here at Wakanna. And those 7 ways are online dispensary, retail sales, shared wealth pool, brokers earnings, brokers overrides, car allowances and free trips, and founders revenue pool. So our full crown jewel dispensary by far is our best value here at Wakanna. It costs you $998. It includes your party plan and 2 personal use dispensaries. That's about $1,500 in retail product. It also gives you your broker's master key, as well as 2 vouchers to Wakanna University. Once you have the vouchers, you are able to go to Wakanna University forever. And you also advance to the rank of sapphire. You will be paid as a sapphire for your first 6 months. And if you introduce this business to someone and they decide to get started in the same way you did, getting a full crown jewel dispensary, you're going to earn $200. Every time they refill that dispensary, you're going to earn $200 again. And this is going to be paid down 7 levels of people coming and getting started in your business. Anywhere from $200 to $5 down 7 levels of people joining your Wakanna business. So included in that is that party plan pack. A lot of times we have parties when you first get started. You want to have a grand opening. You want to let your family and friends know about your new business. And you can use one of these themes: money infusing edibles, CANNABIS, CBD fitness. How about a puff party, infused CBD virtual party? You can use any of these topics and have a party introducing to your friends and family the new business that you got started. We have scripts, so you don't have to think about anything. Everything is right here for you. And then also included in that is your admission to Wakanna University, and where you're going to learn about social media marketing, building a customer base, money and edibles, cannabis investing, CBD 101, compliance and compensation. And now this is what it looks like when you get started and you invite someone into the business. They're going to purchase a full crown jewel dispensary. You earn $200. Now, when they go out and do the same thing, they're going to earn the $200, but you earn $50. That's our business model. We're here helping support people coming to the business, getting off to a good start. And because of that, you are compensated all the way down 7 levels. Guys, this is called leverage. And you see, Robert Kiyosaki says the richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else just looks for a job. And you'll never create wealth with a job, but you will create wealth when you have leverage. And then, if you're not able to get started at that full crown jewel dispensary, you can get started with one of our starter packs, our millennial or our stimulus pack. You're going to get $200 in retail product. You still get that broker's activation key, and also you have admission into your Wakanna University. That's an important part of you being successful in the business. And if you introduce this to someone and they do the same thing, you're going to earn $40 when they come in at these packages, and that goes down 7 levels. So anywhere from $40 to $4. Again, that's what you call leverage. Here's an example of you introducing it to just one person, but as they introduce it to people and they introduce it, hey, it's 7 levels down that you get paid on. And guess what? There is no limit as to how many people you share this business with. The sky is truly the limit. And so now, website sales. This is exciting, guys, because you're going to be able to earn income while you're sleeping. Why? Because our products are so phenomenal. People are going to be ordering 24/7. And you know when you get wealthy, they say when you're making money in your sleep. And so your website sales, you can earn 20 to 50% of the commissions of any products that are purchased on your website in one calendar month. And how does that work? Hey, you can sell people from your full dispensary if you bought the crown jewel, but say you're here in Chicago and your cousin's in Alabama and they want product. Well, if you're like me, I would never get to the post office with that product, but they can go on your site. The company's going to fulfill that order for you. Your cousin's going to get their product and you're going to get paid commission. How great is that? And we have shipping. It says $75, but we lowered it to $50 during the pandemic. They're going to be getting affordable, natural, and organic products. You hardly hear those 2 words, affordable and organic, in the same sentence. And then when other people on their website, people you introduce into the business, they send people to their website, they're going to earn 20 to 50%, but because you sponsored them, you earn 15%. So how about somebody earning 1,000 CV on their website in 1 calendar month? That's 1,000, and you're going to be paid 15%. You just got paid $150 on the sales of other people's websites. And how about as you go down, you earn anywhere from 15 to 1%. Again, this is an example of one person that you personally sponsor, and you get paid on all of these levels. That's called game over, because there's no limit on how many people you introduce into your business. And then our biggest income stream comes from our crown jewel wealth pool. If you are a sapphire, a ruby, or emerald in our company, you are able to share, or a diamond, you're able to share in that wealth pool. 4% of every product sold in Wakanna goes into a pool. It doesn't matter who sold it or where it was sold. And if you are a sapphire or above, you get to share in that pool. And so, again, that is our biggest income stream here. But our diamonds have a pool all by themselves. 2% of every product is put in a pool, and the diamonds share in that pool. Is that not exciting, guys? Plus, there are car bonuses and company diamond trips. That's right. Our company believes in treating diamonds as the diamonds they are. And if there was ever a month that we could ensure people to hit that rank of diamond, is definitely this month. So to recap, 3 ways to get started. That is the full crown jewel dispensary at $9.98. That millennial or stimulus pack. And then we have a third way of getting started. If money is an issue, we never wanted anybody to be left behind. And so we give a website for 30 days. You can send people to that website. They can purchase product, and you can earn 20 to 50% of everything purchased on your website for that calendar month. But after the 30 days, you must make a decision to upgrade to one of the packages or at least pay for your certification to continue earning commissions. And so, guys, this is a special. Normally, this would be the end of our presentation, but this is November. This is a special time of year for us in Wakanna because why? We know our goal is to leave a legacy. And this month, as you rank advance to going diamond, why? Because it's Black Friday. You can achieve the goals that you want to make, any rank that you want to hit. This is a doable month for anybody listening to me be able to hit a new rank in Wakanna because we have our Founders Pack special. See, we only offer our Founders Pack in November. And last year, we offered this pack from Black Friday through Cyber Monday. And there was so much activity ranking in this company that it was unbelievable. And what I want to tell you and ask the guests on the line, if you have the opportunity to share in 1% of the total gross revenue of Facebook, of Amazon, and they were less than 2 years old, would you have said yes? Well, that's the question I'm asking you tonight. If you would like to share in 1% of the gross revenue of Wakanna for your lifetime, as long as we're in the business, then you definitely want to purchase a Founders Pack. And so our first pack is $1,599.95. Now, this is an early bird special. We started selling this pack on November 1st, and we'll go through the 15th. After that, they'll be available on November 27th. But what comes in this Founders Pack? You're going to get 6 10-packs of pure gummies, 6 10-packs of the Power Gummies, 4 of the Power Hempranium, 8 of the Dr. Rita's Rub, 4 of the hemp-powered hair, 8 of the pre-rolls, 4 of our pain cream, 4 Wakanna Old Body Oil. That's new and you're going to absolutely love it. And then we have sample containers. Why? Because we know from my experience, when you sample one of our products from Wakanna, you're going to either get a customer or a new business partner. And you're able to, buying this pack allows you to provide 20 meals to families in Chicago that are in need. But wait, how better does it get? It does get better. You just spent $1,599.95, but immediately you get $200 cash back, goes to the purchaser, and you also get $200 in loyalty points. How do you use those loyalty points? You can shop on your website, guys. And I use my loyalty points to use product to sample out. Again, sampling is the best way you're going to blow your business up. And not only that, if you happen to introduce this to someone, you're going to get paid $100 cash back. And it pays commissions through 7 levels. $100 cash back to you as the sponsor and $100 in loyalty points. And you have the option of paying 50% down on packs that are the $15.99 pack. The balance of that must be paid by the end of the year. I say that's a pretty good deal, guys. You can actually, you're going to be able to get half of your pack when we give them out. You go out and sell that pack, you can use the money you made to pay your balance. That's called using other people's money. and the full crown jewel benefits are paid because you still get paid as a sapphire for your first 6 months. Now, who should purchase this pack? Well, how did you get started? Did you get started if you're an existing distributor as a free test drive or a stimulus dispensary, millennial, or personal dispensary? Well, you would be eligible to buy this $15.99.95 pack. But you could get a second pack for $7.99. Your first pack would be at $15.99, but you could get a second Founders Pack. And why would you do that? Because you get more shares. Then you have your $7.99 pack. Now, in this pack, you get half of what you get in the $15.99 pack. You want to know who is eligible for this package. Those who have purchased a full crown jewel dispensary and or anyone that already has an existing Founders Pack from last year. Again, you can't put $799.95 or $1,599.95 in any bank or financial institution. Get $400 back immediately. Get to write it off as a tax deduction because you're starting your business. This is the best use that you could use with your money right now. And you also get paid as a sapphire for 6 months. So existing founders are eligible to add an additional share. So if you bought 2 packs last year, you're able to buy 1 this year. If you bought 1 pack last year, you're able to buy 2 this year. So a maximum of 3 for people that are existing founders with Wakanna. So with each pack, there is a 3 customer requirement. And so what happens is that every month we pay out quarterly. So every month you're going to have 3 customers. Those 3 customers, you can be one of those 3. So 3 customers every month. If you do that for your 3 months in the quarter, January, February, and March, you get paid for that whole quarter at the end of that. If you miss a month, you will just get paid for the 2 months that you did have 3 customers. And guys, there's no minimum or max that you have to spend to have that customer qualification. I've seen companies that you had to have 5 customers and each customer had to at least spend $75. Not here at Wakanna. But guys, we have our existing wall right here. This is where our founders from last year were. We're going to change the skyline of Chicago so that we can have the world map there because we will go international. And I go and break the Founders Pack down every evening at 6 p.m. So you will have a full explanation, understanding how you get started and how that Founders Pack works. But I want for you to ask yourself the question again. If you have the opportunity of being able to share in 1% of the gross revenue, gross means before anybody is paid, at Amazon, would you have said yes? Well, I'm telling you now to say yes to Wakanna for being part of our founders community. You will not want to miss out. And again, I put that information into the chat box for tomorrow's overview of the Founders Pack. Again, I'm glad you guys came on board to hear about this tonight, and get back with the person that you invited on the call. Ask them if there's a 1, 2, or 3, and get your answers tonight, guys. Tonight at 8 o'clock, Dr. Rita is going to be doing an overview of every product that comes in the Founders Pack. And with that being said, I'm going to give it back to you, Melissa.
Great job, Phyllis. I was on mute. But that was great. I mean, you shut it down, girl. So there is nothing to add, but let's get on Dr. Rita's call. We understand what's in that Founders Pack so that you can absolutely go out there and change your life this month as you blow it up to the next level. So great job, everyone. Good night.